What's up, everybody, and welcome to Late Round Fantasy Football Stream. Oh, great. I got pick 12. It's okay. It's all right. We're going to be like Taj Brooks and make some lemonade out of lemons. Should be a fun show. We're going to live a little today. We're going to reach for some picks, and we're gonna try to ship it. So stick around. It's the DraftKings Best Ball Week version 2 Late Round Best Ball Stream. All right. So we've got Kitchen's about to draft Daniel Jones, Eli says. A little late day best ball, absolutely. JJ, just let me know that the thumbnail will need to be changed. We've already used that before. I think we've got one more unused one. We'll see. Okay. Thomas got up a keeper dilemma. We'll talk about that in a second. Yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I'm a best ball bro. That's what I am. I'm a best ball bro, but as far as like keeper redraft questions, that's JJ's specialty, but we can still talk about it. Still hang out. Also, shout out to DraftKings because obviously sponsoring this show, the Best Ball Stream series, and you get the draft one, get one. You draft a best ball, you get one, and there's a QR code now. Put a QR code at the bottom right-hand screen. So if you're watching on your computer, television, whatever, you can just scan that and get the draft one and get one. All right. Let's feed some ducks. Got the music going. 12 spot. How's everybody doing? Let me know. Did you catch the Swolecast today? It's a fun one. Michael Leone, one of our favorites, joined the show. It was Davis Maddox's birthday. We didn't even get to it because Peter overshadowed it. Pete, if you didn't see, Pete is going to be on YouTube with Kay Adams, Cam Newton, Derek Carr, Brandon Marshall, and he's going to be doing the flying to LA and going to be a guest there. For the he's gonna be a fantasy analyst, so that's pretty cool. Pretty cool for me when you see someone that comes from your tree. Rewarding. All right, let's look at the beginning of this draft. Set the table. We've got a real regular draft so far. All right, and it's pretty quick too. So something tells me this is going to be pretty easy. Davis and Kareem both went on for like 15 to 20 minutes about how they'd rush for 400 yards and most goals. We'll get to this in a second because this is obviously a hot topic if you watch the Swolecast. All right, so we got the 12 spots. You know what? I haven't drafted much Derrick Henry. Let's go with the big dog. Let's get a little weird. All right, who's going to be the second pick? Got Derrick Henry. I already have a lot of Drake London. Should we go someone on the other end? Nah, probably not. Go Bowers, possibly. Chase Brown. Let's go London. I don't like the 12 spot. JJ was drafting with me yesterday. He was from the 12 spot. It's a tough spot to be in. The ducks are too loud. All right. Let's lower it. All right. How's that? Quacking a bit. Apologies on the ducks being loud. What's up, Nick, though? You doing good? Vinny says, first stream watching. Got some news happening today. I honestly haven't seen much past the Jalen McMillan news, Godwin news. It's a tough one. Just got my first DK 100 entry today. Very weird. This is what I was telling JJ because he finally got a 250. And you just never know with those single entry. I know the 100s are a 3 entry max, but you have to think about a lot of the people have already been in, like the Best Ball Bros. I maxed the 3 entry in June. Vinny says he's been liking the 5 spot this year. Lamb, Higgins, Hill, first 3. Okay. Higgins may have a bit of a reach right there. Hill, I've got so much Hill, I'm just going to stay away from right now. It's a hill I'm probably going to die on. Because I just don't have a great feeling about these Dolphins right now. I've drafted so much of them, but I am actively staying away. All right, Alan goes a little earlier to Slappy 149. Brown's been sliding with the hamstring injuries. Nick says all his favorites have shut up. Yeah. Smart people today taking Higgins at the 1-2 turn. I mean, this is like my 140th draft, I think, for just the DK Millie. And when you get the 12 spot so many times in a row, towards the end, you're like, let's just get weird. So we might get a little weird on that. All right. Start with some of these questions. Thomas, Subkitch would love to pick your brain about my keeper dilemma. Half PPR neighbors round 3 versus Chase Brown round 10. Okay, well this is an easy one. It's Chase Brown round 10. Easiest one of the day. Easiest questions of the day. It's pretty good value. Especially in a half PPR. If you have a strategy idea of what you want to do, but someone really good falls 2 rounds, would you take him and change your strategy? Most times, yes. Sometimes it can burn you. But Michael Leone actually talked about this on one of the Best Ball Bros episodes. Like if someone falls far enough, you take that value and you rearrange everything else. Okay. Jaden goes before Lamar. You know, I've ever got a ton of Adams, but let's see. This is where we're going to get a little crazy. Y'all with me? Because there's no way Egbuka is going to be there at 61 where we're at. Bang. 3rd round Egbuka. Beat that. And then let's go with some more Xavier Worthy. 4th round Worthy. I've got a ton of Adams. Oh man. This is gonna be an interesting squad. Massive reach on Egbuka, but whatever. I had a bunch of them in June. And then as he got more and more expensive, I was like, oh, I'm not touching him in, the 80s and 90s. But now with McMillan out and now with the Godwin news, like he's a certified wide receiver 2 in a pass heavy offense. So you like look at the other guys around that range. Adams, Williams, Pickens, Smith, all those guys are wide receiver 2s. And I'd say he is in as good of a position with those other guys. Seems like Trayvon Henderson's going early 4th round in redraft. I feel like it might be a little pricey, but curious your thoughts. Is he going early 4th round in redraft? That's a sharp league, I think, if he was going that high. There's no way in a redraft league, early 4th. Before the 40s? Yeah, that is pricey. What's up, BK11? Show you on the board. Benny says, I luckily haven't had 12 yet, the 12 spot. Yeah, the 12 spot's weird. It allows you for some late, it gives you like flexibility, either 1 or 2 or the 11 or 12 gives you flexibility in those late round stacks. It's panic stacks, as Davis called them earlier today. BK11 says, how tall are you, Kitchen? From the camera angle, I see you being 5'6" or 6'5". I'm actually in the middle, 5'11". Very mid, as the kids like to say. Then he says, like, I had no intention of taking quarterback. Mahomes fell to almost 100, and I had Rice and was like, yeah, I have to take him 100%. If Mahomes falls to 100, you take him. Now, I was actually in a 5-5-5 draft where quarterbacks just kept falling, and I almost wanted to punish the room. And in doing so, I may have punished myself, but I took 4 quarterbacks because they were all insane value. And I didn't want anyone else to get that value. And I'm probably going to lose that league because of it. Breece Hall goes 50th. Someone who had a Buka queued up at 60 is cursing you out right now. Yeah. He's going to flip Evans. ESPN has him 44 now. Okay, so that's the end of round 4. Middle to end of round 4. Yeah, I think it's fine. I mean, that's about where he goes in best ball drafts. You see him right here. He went 40th. I just think in your home league drafts and like redrafts, you can get him a little bit easier. Not him. You can get players a little bit easier, especially like the value around these rounds. These receivers that are going around here have to be up. All right, so we got Drake, Igbuka, Worthy, and Henry. Man, Walker just slid big time. Oh, I thought Devonta Smith would fall to us there. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and make this a little Chief stack. I've been getting plenty of Hunter lately. So let's go to the Shot Demon and go Pearsall. So there you go. That's some upside right there. Got my man King Henry, Drake London, Igbuka, Worthy, Rice, Pearsall. I don't mind that start. Is it like the optimal ADP start right now since I took Igbuka so high? No. Would he have fallen to 6 to... I just don't think he would have with that McMillan news. Someone in here would be sharp enough to take him. Although they did let Walker slide to 58. I drafted Connor, Marvin Harrison Jr., and McBride. Did I screw up? Should I trade MHJ or Connor? Oh, this isn't a redraft league. That's a lot of Cardinals, brother. Yeah, I would probably too many Cardinals for my taste for a starting lineup. So trade one of those guys. MHJ would be the one you'd probably need to trade because I know JJ isn't as high on him as others are. So others could have a higher value on him. I just don't think you're getting a lot out of Connor. And I love McBride. So we did like keep, trade, cut for this. I would keep McBride. I would probably trade MHJ and I would cut Connor. But if you start Connor, that's fine too. Anyone you want to hammer in your final 10? Is that... Oh, final 10 drafts I have left. Well, I just did. Igbuka. Ollie. Ollie Gordon. And... I'm not really sure... Maybe some, I don't know about hammer, but maybe like some sprinkles of guys I have like zero exposure to, like Troy Franklin. Maybe it'd be on that list. Maybe some more Daniel Jones, because I've got way more Anthony Richardson than Daniel Jones. It would also include Anthony Mitchell now, or AD Mitchell. Is this first? No, that's Anthony Richardson. I feel like I've looked up what AD's name is before. Mahomes goes early, 67, so not going to get that pairing there. Still could get the Knicks game, the Bo Knicks Week 17 game stack. What's this guy doing? He goes McCaffrey, Bowers, Tyreek, Kamara, Hubbard, Mahomes. So he's just all over the place. He has no plan. Kelsey going 76, Andrew's going 77. Okay, so he has Lamar. He doesn't think that Andrew's going to get back to 92. All right, so some early reaches here. That's a no-no. What's your take on Io Manor this year? I think that he... Oh, gosh. I don't even know if I want to say it like this, but I think he could just be insane value. In your best ball leagues, I think I've been calling him to start over Van Jefferson. If you watch that game Friday, now you know he's a much better. Yeah, I'll get to you in a second, Juan. When you post like a huge long message, it's tough to really give an accurate grade. You also have to let me know if it's like what league it's in. Okay, I'm on the clock in one pick. Baker's still there. Nix is still there. Got Jennings. Let's go Jennings and then Nix. There you go. But yeah, I think Io Manor I think the Titans are going to throw more, and I think he's really, really solid. All right, Juan. Let me know. Okay, full PPR 10-man league. He's got Taylor, Jacobs, Kittle, Adams, Cup, Travion, Charbonnet. Who's your quarterback? Oh, Kyler. Yeah, this is a solid team. This is a really solid team. I will say this. If you're in a 10 team league and you're watching this stream, you should win it, or at least like have a loaded team, because 10 team leagues are really, really easy compared to a 12 team. Okay, but now I am looking at your team, bro. It's a PPR league. It's a 10 team league, and how many running backs you draft? Taylor, Jacobs, Travion, Sharbs. So that would be your downfall. You got way too many running backs. And your wide receiver room's like, Kittle's awesome. Love him for redraft. But your receivers are Adams, Kupp, Debo, Addison, Downs. So I don't love your receivers. You might want to trade for one of those. This is fair. Baker over Knicks with an Igbuka reach. Yeah, I can see that. But honestly, it's like, I don't know. I really like this this Broncos offense. I'm still not so, just because like this is a volume play really for Igbuka. Like if he's a wide receiver too, it doesn't mean that we have to love Baker. He's still okay. I'd rather that week 17 game be a Chiefs Broncos matchup. Let's say I make it to the finals, Chiefs Broncos, rather than the opposite, which is the Bucks versus the dumpster fire of the Dolphins. I told you, I've got way too many Dolphins right now. So with this Dolphins team, I'm probably going to have to reach or try to get Ollie Gordon. But man, I don't love that week 17 matchup now. Broncos secondary, no thanks. I mean, when has Patrick Mahomes shied away from a secondary? If it's a shootout, it's going to be a good game. Yeah, Tristan Wirfs being gone is a bit of an issue. Keep Josh Allen or Derrick Henry in a keeper league. If you have keeper questions, just make sure you include their replacement cost, because if it's like just straight up, and it's just a regular league, I'd probably keep Derrick Henry. Rate my team, home league, 10-team PPR. All right, let's rate this based on what we just said. We'll do it after this pick. So I got Dobbins up there. We don't have tight end yet. Loveland goes super early. Did Purdy go? I guess Purdy went. Yeah, look at all these quarterbacks that have gone, which makes me think I might need to get one. All right, let's go Dobbins. And then who do I have as possibly a complimentary piece right here? Bears? Yeah. All right. Since he's gone, so we just did and get Caleb. So there you go. We got 2 game stacks ready. I already have a ton of Caleb Williams, but whatever. Rate my team. Mahomes, good. Connor and Walker, fine, especially Walker. Like him if he's healthy. Jefferson, Nakua. See, this is a 10-team league right here. Jefferson, Nakua, McBride, Igbuka. MHJ. So MHJ would be your flex spot right here. Benson, Charb. Okay, so this is a 10 team, so you really should not stack. Or not stack. I'm sorry. I'm getting my best ball with the region. You should not handcuff Seahawks running backs here. Pollard, Solid, Stevenson, Waddle, Warren. All right, this is a team right here. Let me in your league, Devin. Okay, let's check the board. See if we notice anything crazy going on. It's going pretty fast. We are pick 115. Has JCM gone yet? I don't think so. And Brian Robinson went right here. Did JCM go? Let's see. Smart to handcuff in best ball if you go hero B just as injury insurance. I mean, not really, because here's the thing: you think about like just the replacement cost. If you go hero RB, you're drafting one running back, and then you're waiting. You're drafting like backup running back. So what I like to do is either draft a guy in this range we're coming into to be my RB2, or like Dobbins being my RB2 after getting 6 receivers and 2 quarterbacks. But then you're trying to maximize the value of these other guys, because the whole theory is that one of these other guys that you're drafting, one of these other running backs that you're drafting, you need to maximize the value of those. And so if you handcuff a player, Nick P says, you're betting against yourself. You are essentially limiting the upside of your team. So if you're going to do it in a redraft league and that's your thing, sure. But as JJ say, like, we play to win. In order to play to win, you're not worried about injury insurance. You're telling your story that this team is going to do good. All right. Everyone, like, if he gets injured, this team's dust anyways. If C-Mac gets injured, your first round pick is gone, and you're likely dust anyways. So draft like he's not going to get injured. All right, now we got some fun stuff. Braylon Allen at 121. Kyle Pitts at 112. What? Okay. That's a pretty crazy reach. Okay, so we've got 6 receivers. However, none of them are paired to our 2 existing quarterbacks, which means our third quarterback is going to have to be paired. Either it's going to be Penix to Drake, or paired with a tight end. Just have to think like that. Drake May still there. It's crazy. Oh, there he goes. 126. Could go. That's who I wanted to go. Man, why would he even? Does he have Purdy? No. See, this is what happens. That's what happens. DK draft. People just draft random guys. It's tough. I'm gonna have to draft a running back with Caleb, and then a dusty wide receiver. So if I know that one, just working backwards, no tight end, so it's going to have to be 1 and 1. All right. So we're likely, unless we go Cole Kmet here. But we likely have a running back. Oh, there goes JCM. Oh, pain. Pain. Gosh. This is tough, man. What is life? All right. That's why it's so tough being on the turn. Got Bigsby and Kincaid. Again, I think we have the last 2 rounds. We've got options for our 2 keepers. So now let's think about guys that could be there. This is a thought exercise. Let's look at quarterbacks that could be there that have tight ends available to draft. Because if you look right now, only quarterback that we have, or only player we have that has a quarterback still there is Penix. So Love, no. Unless we went 9 receivers, which we probably won't because we went so receiver heavy. Okay. Could do, if worse comes to worse, we could do Tua with a Waller. Gross. This would obviously be my choice with Cam and Chig. No to Geno. No to Anthony Richardson. Could do Stafford. He would actually be a game stack to pair with Drake in week 17. Rodgers. Have 2 tight end options there. Darnold with Arroyo. And then Wilson or Jackson with Theo. And Daniel Jones. We'll just see how far Daniel Jones falls. Because the tight end's already been taken there. All right. So let's get back to the draft board, see who's gone. Oh, gosh. Pain. I don't think any quarterbacks are going to fall to me. This is a very QB thirsty room with the exception. What's crazy is it's like with the exception of Drake May, who fell. Like, look at Trevor Lawrence going 114 and McCarthy 103. Both those guys taken 2 rounds earlier. Scrolling some of these teams. Bayruth in the 11th spot. Feels like he knows ball. But he's also got 1 quarterback. He and C Cubs right here have 1 quarterback. So let's see what they do. There goes Penix. Listen, I trust anyone, especially in best ball. Like, I'm not drafting Stafford in any sort of redraft league, not even a super flex. But in best ball, if his price falls enough, yes, sure. All right, let's look at our guys left that we've got tight ends available. Gross. We might just push it, and like worst comes to worst, we'll just have Nix and Caleb be our 2 quarterbacks. Maybe get like a Flacco, Harold Fannin Jr. panic stack at the end. All right, no other players really fallen. What's the word on Waller? Is he still not conditioned enough? He could begin practicing this week. I mean, that could be an interesting play. Okay, so Gino goes. Could we make it another 2 rounds? I don't know if we could. To 180 or 181. Oh, decisions. Let's get Tootin right. No, I draft. Oh, no. It timed out, and I got Tua, and then I double-clicked. Oh, well, okay. Tua it is. Tua and Tootin. So Bigsby at 132, Tootin at 157. Let's just hope one of them goes off. Gross. Maybe get Giddens. All right, so that means we can likely wait on Waller to the 18th round, right? Okay, so let's look for Bears, and then let's remove all these guys. Broncos. This could be the Troy Franklin team I talked about. Or Pat Bryant. Got a ton of Vele, but one of those guys are going to be available. All right, so this is likely going to be our last 3 rounds. Wait, was Waller taken? Oh my gosh. Waller taken at 163. This person's trolling me so hard. All right, well, now we're going Ollie Gordon. What a gross team, man. I hate the 12 spot. Malik Washington, Nick Westbrook-Akine. But now I've got 3 quarterbacks without a stacked player. That's just gross. I don't know if I've ever had that. This is a terrible team. Vinny, he's just living his best life, bro. Let's look at this guy's team. He goes C-Mac, then Bowers, Tyreek. Then he goes 2 more running backs. So he's got 5 running backs right now. C-Mac, Kamara, Hubbard, Mixon, and Scatterboo. Scatterboo actually fell quite a bit, so don't mind that. But then his receivers are Tyreek, Kupp, Coleman, Bateman, Coleman at 91. A little bit of reach. Bateman at 115. And then Ferguson, like his 4 receivers are Reek, Cup, Coleman, and Bateman. And now he just drafted Tank Dell. This draft might get thrown out if he just like punts it. He just drafted Tank Dell at 174. First time I've seen Tank taken. Unreal. I should have pushed it to get Rodgers right here. Because he's still there. What an absolute letdown this was. All right. Dylan Sampson at 180, though, is nice. So I think that's almost all of our running backs. What tight ends are there? Need a tight end here. I guess Isaiah Likely. Or we just pair Otten. Yeah, that's what we do. Okay, now the game is what is this guy going to do? Naylor goes 183. Man, this draft room is drunk. Drunk. Yeah, Benny, they do throw drafts away. But it takes like a very obvious thing. So if this guy just goes rando guys, like I honestly don't know if they would throw it away because like it's in the 15th round or later. Or I guess you could say 14th round or later if he took Waller. All right, here we go. Taysom. Gosh, he's just drafting injured players now. This is ridiculous. I don't think Antonio Brown's in the player pool. Listen, Taysom could be a possible good click, but nobody's clicking him until the 20th round, if that. Bro might not even play this season. I'm ready for Rattler to start. Do you see like he's having like one of the best preseasons for a quarterback, or maybe that's just for the Saints. All right, so Jones goes 17.1. Honestly, that's a great spot for Jones. I mean, after Richardson at 193. And Ollie Gordon. So there goes our Ollie Gordon stack. This is the most frustrating draft I've done this year. And it's on stream. Oh, gosh. I'm so tilted right now. Here we go. McMillan. The guy just... That might have been an auto pick from ADP. But the last 3 guys might not play this year. I did. I played the QB chicken game and I lost. This team honestly is not that bad, except for my quarterbacks are all paired. They're all game stack quarterbacks with no stacks of their own team. So we're hoping that Tua, Caleb, and Nix, that they just QB sneak it. And the other team goes off in week 17. I already got a ton of. All right. Let's just get weird. Let's get weird. I think we can wait on Franklin. So what's the other one? Probably wait on him too. All right, so we need one more. Like a tight end. Let's get that value with Gesicki. All right. And then we'll go a Denver receiver and then a running back and then call this a day. Now we have to see what. Oh, someone took Troy Franklin, of course. No, Eloso. He said just hopped on. Haven't seen the team or a single pick, but I ranked them 9 out of 10. You are so far off. We just got our first stack with Olamide Zaccheaus and Caleb Williams. We still have yet to stack Bo Nix or Tua. And Tua was a timed out click. I would honestly have felt just a little bit better if we'd have waited and clicked Rodgers. There goes Io Manor. This team sucks. It makes me immediately want to chase my losses. All right, so let's look at some running backs. There's one guy I thought looked good. He's probably already gone. Taj. I tweeted out last night, but Taj Brooks looks good. Yeah, he goes right there. 208, of course. All right, so we got game stacks for all these guys. We could roll the dice on Roshan. If we could roll the dice on Rodriguez and Tucker as well. Hill is just a good pick. That's just a common sense pick. Then you got Kendre Miller, possible. All right. So what should we have done differently? Like we would have still gone receiver here with Igbuka. I think whoever said it that I drafted Nix instead of Baker. Yeah. Purdy going 89. Like Goff going 87, Purdy going 89. You just don't know. You do not know. McCarthy going 103. Like that's quite the QB run with guys. Like Baker lasted to pick 100. Tanner says when you get the live notifications, not JJ. I get it. I'd be tilting too. I started off these live streams so good, and this team has been bad. Meanwhile, JJ his first couple of live streams were not that great, and he's been picking up steam. I mean, I already feel like I'm drawing dead, so I might just go Rodriguez. And we never got a Miami player. I mean, I guess we could and not draft a running back. And if something happens with Reek and he is a dumpster fire, this is the worst. Appreciate those that are still hanging here. All right, so let's recap this team. By far my worst. This is like the craziest team I've drafted. First, before we recap it, let's look at who Ubaldo has picked. Hunt, Calvin Austin. What a weird team, man. All right, so my team, I honestly think it started off strong. I needed some things to go my way. They did not. But Henry anchored with London, Igbuka with a big reach on Igbuka. Worthy, Rice, Pearsall, Jennings, Nix, Dobbins, Williams. And again, Nix is paired with Vele. Williams is paired with Zacchaeus. Tua is paired with Malik. They all have game stacks. Good game stacks, though. Like, we've got Tua with Egbuka and Otten. Got Caleb with Pearsall and Jennings. Got Nix with Worthy and Rice. I guess all we need is just something weird to happen to get to the championship, and then something weird happen again. Okay. Purdy, Kyron, Monty, Jefferson, London, Kittle, Moore, Rice. Yeah, that's a good team. All right. I'm not even going to ask for scores, but you can give them if you want. So frustrating. I just donated. All right. Thanks, though, for watching me vent, watching me tilt. Need to get back to work. Like, I really want to run it back for another draft. I just need to get back to work. That's how I get this donation back, is I channel this energy into something productive. So, appreciate you guys being on. If you haven't already, scan that QR code for the Draft One, Get One. And either JJ or I will be here tomorrow. And then we'll be doing the late round fantasy football show on Thursday. Season is just around the corner. Get the late round draft guide. Come hang out with us on Patreon. You go to lateround.com for both Patreon and draft guide sales. So I appreciate you all. And I think that's it. We'll see you later. Peace.